everybody. Switching these FTMO recaps a little bit. I think I'm gonna do like how I mentioned in my last video. I'm gonna do like live, sort of in the moment type like snippets and stuff like that. So you guys can see it's 6:53 a.m. currently, October 21st, Thursday. We have about an hour until New York Open. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment if you have any questions or concerns. And let's get straight to it. So, looking here on GBP, JPY, let's do this. Right. Um, one one tip that I can give you guys is to always prepare the night before. Right, always prepare the night before. These zones were built or were drawn last night. Right before I went to bed. So you're looking on the daily. I have a couple of alerts just in case prices starts to break above 158. As you guys can see, 158 is a very strong zone as the previous two daily candles have rejected it. Overall, as I explained this whole entire week, the GBP JPY is pretty bullish, but now we're coming into the zone. We have to see, a higher time frame candle close above the zone for it to continue going to the 160 range and furthermore. So that's for the daily. So for the daily right now, current daily is coming down. The previous daily wick, right? So let's just mark this just in case. Previous daily wick um has a couple of pips, maybe about 40, 50 until it breaks. If it breaks, oh, not even 40, 50, 20. We could expect a retest of this 156, 690 level. Let's go down to the lower time frames to see what's going on. Just to see, you know, what is it exactly that I'm looking for. We could delete this zone. It's not relevant anymore. Okay, so what I'm seeing right here is exactly what happened yesterday during New York session, right? This form of resistance was being rejected right here. Then we broke above, used it as support, a little pullback, and now we're back at this zone right here, right? I was looking at it, I was like, oh, maybe, once it breaks its own low, it could continue going down, which is true. It could continue going down, but, now we're forming, um, let's take out our arrows here. Here we go. Now we're forming all these rejections here within the zone. So I feel like we need a very strong close below this area before taking a sell, because as you guys can see, it kind of sort of already broke the low of the previous wick, but not by a lot. Not by a lot. It tried going down, but then it rejected back up into the zone. So that's something that we have to watch out for. So if it continues down below this area, right? Because this is the 4 hour time frame, um, right? If it breaks below, let's say 157, 150, just continue going down to fill in this wick right here for 14 pips, and eventually come down to retest this 156, 679 area, right? However, if we go to the 1 hour time frame, let's fix this because it gets a little messy, right? We don't need to. All we have to know is just acknowledge that it is rejecting this 4 hour used to be resistance. That's all we gotta know. Right, so let's move this right here. So look how it's rejecting this level right now. Look how it's rejecting this level right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we kind of have to be careful around this level when it comes to selling, because we're showing rejections down to this level. It's showing that price is unable to close or go past 157 200 in a clean like a clean move, I guess you could call it, right? So now that we have our form of support drawn, we also got to find the most current resistance, right? The most current resistance, right? So there's two scenarios that could play out here. One sec, I gotta pause it. Actually, no, I don't gotta pause it. My five holes are die. So I'll just make this quick. All right. Let's check. Hello, hello, check, check. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Um, right. So there's two scenarios that could play out. First scenario on the 1 hour, this 1 hour after rejecting down, can start to break and go towards the top of this range right here at 157,695, right, for a good 21 pips. I feel like that's good. That's a good range to go in, especially we have a clean range to the left hand side. All right, so we could draw here. Now that we drop down to the 30-minute, we could come up here and see, okay, like this candle right here, this candle has no bottom wick, right? And usually when a candle has no bottom wick, right, let's draw this. Usually when a candle has no bottom wick and it's bullish, right, and it's bullish, oh, that means that it during the formation of this wick there were no bears, right? Thus it didn't make any bottom wick. Now it has, what it means is it has so much strong bullish momentum towards the upside, right? So that's something that we're gonna watch out for. But I feel like above this range, as soon as it starts to break above this range, or maybe even a close, um, we could continue going up towards 157, 700, and then potentially this would probably be the trade of the day right here for 44 or 40, potentially 40, 50 pips to retest this 158 level. So let's mark this up right here. Uh, buys above. Oh, that's what I want. Buys above. All right, buys above, and then we'll say careful sells below. Right. So what we would want to see down in this range is for a candle to do some sort of something like this, right? For it to come down, let's use a better color. Da, da, da. For it to like, one candle to do this, close like this, right? Leave a wick, sort of a, have a wick to the upside, and then have this wick, right? And then for the next candle, so this candle broke and closed below this range, right? Because none of these other candles have been able to do that. And then for this next candle, okay, yeah, why is it so thick? All right, for this next candle to come down, sort of break that low, and then continue going down towards the downside, right? Make about a top wick first to retest this level. Why is it so thick? My goodness. To make a top wick and then continue going down and, you know, hopefully start a little candle trend. So that's what I'm looking at for in GJ. We just have to wait and see. So let's go to gold. Uh, Gold is very tricky right now. So let's look at the daily. The daily, we already broke the previous daily high. I feel like it's a little bit too early, but I mean, it is what it is. I have some analysis here from Asian session, just trying to look at, some how moves happen and start in the Asian session and basically just start the trend. London continues that trend. New York, there's usually a pullback, and then it continues going in that trend until like London close or whatnot. So this is how the data is looking. Obviously, we had this initial pullback, right? So we're making higher highs and higher lows on the daily. I'm thinking we should retest this 1799 level here soon, maybe today, maybe by the end of the week, or maybe next week. Coming here to the 4 hour, let's take these lines away so that way it's sort of easier to see. Take this line away, right? As you guys can see here on the 4 hour, we're sort of ranging, right? We're sort of ranging between 1781 and what's this level right here? 1781 and like 1786, sort of ranging. Let's see how big this range is. It's a good 50 pip range. It's all right, but really we're sort of ranging. There's no clear direction. Obviously, we know we're in a bullish market, but it could easily, do exactly what this week did: is continue going down, break the previous low, and still close back up. All right, so we kind of have to go to the smaller time frames to see what moves we could catch from this. Right, so let's fix this zone a little bit. Yeah, let's fix this zone so it can match up. Doesn't matter if it doesn't match up here. We're worried about what's going on right now. Alright, and then let's fix this zone right here to right here. And let's just extend this. Right, so right now on gold, I mean, like I said, we're ranging on the 4 hour, and then we're ranging on the 1 hour. Like obviously, like you probably could take this move that's happening right now towards the downside, but that's not an ideal move. Like I just feel like that's not an ideal move. Like an ideal move is, you know, sells on gold are gonna be very tough because of all these rejection wicks to the downside. Like I don't I have no idea. Unless there's news, which there isn't, right? I forgot to show you guys. Always check news before you start trading. Today, 8:30 USD for the Fed Manufacturing Index and employment claims. I guess there's some news, not that much, not that highly volatile news, right? But we do have these rejections right here towards the downside, so potentially price can, like I explained on the GJ, if we break below this level, we break and close below this level, and then the next candle breaks the low, we can continue going down to this rejection level, rejection area for a good 66 pips, 67 pips, potentially 67 pips, 'cause you never know what happens. So we're gonna put an alert here. We're gonna title it sales incoming. Alright, and you guys can already see I have my buys here. Damn, I'm like so OCD about it. Okay, buys incoming. Alright, so now that we have identified where price might go if sales start to occur, let's see where price might go if buys start to occur. Let's look to the left hand side. Obviously, we explained in the past couple of days that towards the upside, gold has really clean range on the higher time frames, right? Has pretty clean range on the higher time frames. No disturbance at all. Maybe down to like the lower time frames, there's minor resistances and stuff like that. But with volume, um, gold really doesn't care about any of that. So I believe, let's see, I believe if we break above at least this level or this level, let's see, from this range up to this wick, how many is it? Yeah, I mean, ideally, the move that we would want to see here on gold is, exactly what I explained down here. Break and close above because none of these candles to the left hand side have been able to close above this 1787 level, right? All you see is rejections of rejections, almost a rejection. One, two, three rejections, almost a rejection, rejection, right? So now that what the market is telling us is 1787 is a very very strong level that is being respected. So we have to have a higher time frame candle close and break and close above, right? But you also have to be careful because gold is very volatile. It can happen. So see how I told you like this move could have been a good move because it broke the low, made a resistance up here, could have had like a 10 pip stop, and now you're 14 pips in profit. Personally, I would have taken this move, because we already moved so much towards the downside. Plus, we're in the range. But it is what it is. You take whatever you think that suits. So yeah, I mean that's my analysis beforehand. Um, and now it's just time to wait. So whenever if there's a move that's like about to occur, or whatever the case is, you know, I'll come back on here and I'll show you guys what's up. All right, guys. So as you guys can see, we have made an official top wick on gold towards the upside. However, look at the time. It is 7:24. We have 6 minutes until the new 30-minute candle forms. So if it continues pushing further down, it is what it is. I've accepted that. Um, I'm going to wait for a 30-minute close below, body close below this level, and then break its lower wick. Um, and then we're going to wait to see. As you guys can see, we have approximately 5 minutes and 8 seconds left for the new 30-minute candle. It's just about patience here. GBP JPY is pushing forward. Looking at it in hindsight, you could have taken this trade at the break of the 1 hour for a good 17 pips and for it to continue coming down over here. But it is early. It's not even New York open yet. I am not trying to rush anything. Like I said, above this 157, 700 level is a pretty good range for it to continue going up. But just looking at here at the pre-New York setups that could have been taken for easy profits, or not easy profits, but clean setups, I guess you could call them. Just taking here and just looking. So right now it's just a matter of waiting. This industry, it just requires a lot of waiting. Sometimes you're gonna wait so much that you're gonna miss a move, and I mean it is what it is. Like, you got to get over that. But you know, see, like, this looks really nice. So now if it continues coming down and pushes down, there's only 4 minutes left in this 30-minute candle, right? So if it continues going down and pushing down, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna chase a trade, for it to just bounce right back and close below or above this 1781 and then continue further up. I'm just not gonna do that. I've done that too many times early in my career, and I've learned my hard lessons. So we're just gonna wait. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if this is gonna break below and continue going further down. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Or what we could see is, or maybe this closes at. Oh, look, see how it just broke the low. Now it should, possibly continue going down, but we're going to take this on the 30-minute. We're not going to worry about that. We have pretty good range all the way down here. I mean, like I said, we have pretty good range. So essentially, I'm not even worried that it broke the low already. I'm not worried at all. I'm just happy that it's probably going to close below 1781, right? So that we could take it on a 30-minute, right? It's probably gonna move because gold moves right before, gold moves before you anticipate it to move. It is what it is. Sometimes you get a lucky entry, and that entry is very timely, and other times it just moves when it gets to the zones that you want and the ranges that you want. It just moves, and look, just like that, literally just like that, right? Just like that. 14 pips in about 2 minutes. About 2 minutes. It is what it is, man. Like, honestly, it is what it is. It gets a little tough now because we're kind of in the middle of the range. So what we want to see is maybe a pullback and then continue towards the downside. Let's look at GJ before this new 30-minute candle opens. We have how much of a range left? Yeah, we're either gonna wait for a pullback down to this level and then a break and close above this level to continue going further up, or yeah, man, gold is gone. It is what it is. It is what it is. All right, what is up, guys? Oh, sorry. Just giving you guys a little update. So obviously, last time I came on here, gold broke below this level in literally 5 minutes. It came down. I mean, let's look. Oh, we're looking at the 15-minute. I was looking at the 15-minute, looking for it to sell. I mean, made sense for it to continue going down. My gosh, 30 pips in 5 minutes. Made sense for it to continue going down. Just I wasn't confident in the fact that the freaking 30-minute candle was gonna close literally in like 4 minutes. But that's gold. Gold does what it does, and we learn. So now what we're expecting, maybe a pullback back to the 1781.4 level, to continue further down now that we've broken out of this range, sort of broken market structure. Or if this 4 or 1 hour candle closes above 1781 in 7 minutes, which very unlikely, um, then we're back in the range. We can't really do anything from there. But just looking at it, maybe a pullback to the downside. It's gonna get a little tough selling here. It's just really, a lot of rejections, a lot of wicks. So maybe with the 8:30 a.m. News, we could break through that. Depending if the USD has good numbers. If USD has good numbers, gold should continue going down. Vice versa, gold should go up. But that's the first move, the little update. And then there's this update here on GJ. I am not in this trade. I was just sort of what's the word? Like back testing, I guess. Not necessarily paper trading. There you go. Paper trading this trade. Obviously this is not my type of entry, but if you guys remember, I was saying that I was waiting for some sort of pullback right down to this level and see how it came back. Sort of retested this level right here. Now it's breaking the wick above, to continue going up to this area. So I was like just looking between, excuse me, between different time frames, and the 5 minute just made sense. I mean, if you guys can see right here, where's my thing? If you guys can see right here, we have, you know, high made, right? Impulse, high made, retracement, bullish candle form, confirming that this is being a support form here on the 5 minute, for it to continue pushing above, now for 11 pips, right? And then it should continue going down up towards this level for a good 20 pips. So I didn't take this trade because really, like I said, I'm not comfortable with the 5 minute just yet. But paper trading it, seeing how moves happen on 5 minute, maybe I could start to get more comfortable with it. I mean, that's how you get comfortable. You look at moves, you paper trade them, you see what works and what doesn't work. Oh my gosh, it's pushing up right now. You see what works and what doesn't work, and you just go from there. I mean, look at this beautiful trade on the 5 minute. I mean, 14 pips, in 5, 10, 15, barely 15 minutes, or 15 minutes, I should say. But it's just a little update. We have 5 minutes till New York Open, so we're gonna see how GJ reacts to this 157.6 level, and we are also going to see what gold has for us in store right now. I don't know. It's probably gonna start, consolidating. This is a very consolidation area, as you guys can see on the left hand side. But I'll give you guys an update. So here's all right. Just wanted to come back. We have news coming in literally less than a minute. We're going to see what happened to gold. Gold kind of came down to this level after dropping, went back into the range. 4 hours in the back into the range. So we have to see how this 4 hours is going to close in 30 minutes. But we'll see how unemployment claims, affect gold, and see what happens from here. We have 10 seconds till this could have been a pullback for gold to continue going down. What sort of a liquidity? We do not know, but we will figure that out now. Yeah, here we go. See what happens. Nothing really. I mean, it really isn't that high volatile news, but let's see what the numbers are. Wow, gold is pushing up right now. Numbers are 290K, forecasted 298K, so good numbers. So that means less people filed um, unemployment claims from previous, and less than expected. So those are good numbers for USD. So good numbers for USD should, affect gold in some sort of way. Can these load right here? Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, kind of bad numbers. So here we have like a kind of a mixture of both, like bad and good numbers. So, it might affect gold, it might not, we don't know. Looking at GJ here, right? And this is why I say that the patient pays. Patient pays. I mean, obviously, I told you, oh, look, guys, we're breaking above. Look at the body of this candle. We're breaking above the body of the candles over here. We left the wick. If this next wick continues going further up, especially with New York volume, right, we can see 157, 800 get tapped. But obviously, look at how this 30-minute candle formed. It broke the low, right? So it totally, now we're expecting this to continue going further down. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Um, and this is more of a range area. You see a lot of rejections here. It's an okay range, 20 pips, not that big of a range. But like I said, careful sells below this 157, 200 level for it to continue going down to fill this wick, which was the previous daily wick, and perhaps 156, 679. So we'll see what happens. Maybe this is a pullback. If we're gonna take a look at it, maybe this is a pullback right here. But nonetheless, I am still waiting for price to come up here. Let's see. Yeah, this 15-minute candle is just forming. 5-minute candle is just forming. So we'll see. This creates a big 28 pip range. Maybe if we have a 15-minute candle close, right? This closes like this. Then the previous one could break the high and then continue going up, and then we have our pullback. Because now, if you guys see, where is my little indicator thing, man? Here it is. Why is it not showing? There we go. Right. So now what we can see, right, is price. Oh snap. Okay. All right, price. Okay, I'm having technical difficulties. Anyways, what we can see is that that price, right? Oh, I'm having difficult. Price came down, right? Went right back up, retested these highs, right? Now if we respect this 157 400 level, we're creating support. This should be our little pullback to continue up towards the upside. It is what it is, and we'll see what's gonna happen with GJ. Gold here is looks like it's breaking up here. So now we're back in the range, right? See how earlier in the day I was like, okay, like we have to really be careful with this area because like how this 4 hour candle came all the way down but closed above. It's just like things like that that we have to be worried about. So I feel like I'm gonna wait for the next 4 hour candle here on gold to go through unless I can find just a quick move. We have let's see, we have about 26 minutes until then. This 1 hour candle coming back here into the range. I don't know. It's just very uncertain with gold right now. We don't know if it's going to close below this 1781.4 level or if it's going to close back into the range, and then we'll see what the next 4 hour holds. But like I said, it's a patient game. You guys seen it. I've been on the chart since 7, almost 6. I think it's 7. And I still haven't taken no trades. If we go right here to my trade history, right? Go right here to my trade history. I have not taken any trades. The last trade that I took was 1020, right? It is 1021. We're gonna see, man. We're just gonna be patient with it, and take moves that we are comfortable taking. All right, guys. So it is about to be 9 a.m. So the new 4 hour is going to come here on both gold and GJ. Obviously, still no trades taken. Still waiting. You guys can see it's the same thing. No trades taken. Just waiting to see exactly what the market's going to give me. Uh, like I said, we're still stuck between this 1781, 1787 area. This 4 hour closes below here. We could expect the top wick, right? To then continue going down to follow to, wick fill this wick and maybe end at 1774 for the day. If not, then, we're going to go look into to our smaller time frames and I don't know, maybe see some. Just these wicks are just ridiculous right now. So it's kind of it makes it hard to trade gold, man. Like it really does make it hard to trade gold, especially on the lower time frames. See how this one 15-minute candle broke the high and broke the low. Like the market is just really indecisive in this last 15 minute. So it's more of a waiting game, trying to see exactly what's going to happen. I feel like sells below this level, should be pretty good. Below this wick at least should be pretty good for a good 30 pips. And overall buys above 1787, 1788 to continue further up to potentially 1799 or 1800. Looking at GJ, we came all the way down to where from where we started when I was explaining the formation of this 30-minute candle that it had no bottom wick. We came right back to this level 157.2, and now we're retesting it. And now I could possibly say that we are in a range. We are in a range. We're waiting to see what price is going to do. If price closes below here, we're going to need I would say at the very least, a 30-minute close to catch this move to wick fill the previous daily wick, right? Because if we're looking at structure on the higher time frames, right? It came up to this 158 area, right? And we rejected it. We rejected it one, two, three, four, 5 times already, right? And look how price keeps reacting to this level and continues to go further down, right? The only area of interest is obviously this resistance right here. Maybe is retesting it right here. It's just the areas above 157.2 are just being respected, right? It's being respected. So it's kind of tricky when it comes to trading below here. We really need it closed because as you guys can obviously see, look at all these rejection wicks right here, you know. So it gets a little tricky, but we need a 30-minute close. Potentially it might, oh my goodness, it might just, continue going further down because of volume or whatnot, NYSE volume coming in. But, we're going to see exactly what's going to go on here. We have the new 4 hour forming. So look at this 4 hour. It closed back into the range. It closed back into the range, right? So, as far as the 4 hour movement goes, maybe we could try to catch some movements here, but I mean, I don't even know because look at this wick. The only moments I believe that you could probably catch is like, I don't even know, like 5 minute, but look how the 5 minute, even the 5 minute looks choppy. It just looks really choppy, so I'm not really comfortable in trading unless we start to trade above here or starting to trade, somewhere below here. And not even below here because we just have so many rejections. I mean, look at these liquidity grabs from the downside. All these liquidity grabs, it's just telling me like, even if price starts to come down here, this support right here slash former resistance is being respected. No matter if price continues to do this and continues to go down. The only I would say I'm I'm down, like I'm looking for sells below 1774, right? To continue to test this low right here at 1767, right? That's the only place where I'm trying to like looking for sure certain sells. Like, yeah, you could probably take some sells here. Maybe this is a pullback, at the break of here or whatnot. But for sure, sells, clean sells, comfortable sells, for sure below this level at 1774. So we're gonna see. I'll probably be on the charts for another 30, maybe another hour. I do have to go somewhere and you know, do life things. So just a waiting day here, man. This is really just a waiting day. This is what Forex consists of: waiting and waiting and waiting until you're comfortable to take whatever setup you want to take. Everybody is different. I know some people here on the since I'm in this community on Slack for market fluidity, right? They are, they post like for an example, he took a 15-minute entry on gold, right? So let's look for that, right? He took this 15-minute entry on gold right here, right? And it worked out for him. For him, it worked out, but for me, I really didn't like it because I was like, man, look, this area is very respected, right? This area is very respected. Let's make this white. Let's make it yellow actually. You know, this, a- oh my goodness. I'm still trying to learn how to do this, guys. I'm sorry. This area is very respected. Respected right there. Respected right here. Respected right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very respected. Um, and I would have taken that trade. So, but everybody's different. Everybody takes their different trades. It's better to take a trade that you're comfortable with than a trade that you're not comfortable with. And that's something that I've learned. So the waiting game continues, and we'll update you if we take any trades today. All right, all right, all right. So, as you guys can see now that we've made our high, buys didn't play out. So what I'm thinking is, this was just a liquidity wick or a liquidity grab, I should say, towards the upside for price to continue going down. Because as I said, we are at this 158 strong resistance. We've been bullish for a very large amount of time. So I feel like coming down to do a retracement is only right. Uh, looking down 30 minutes, it should, right? It should either if we close with 30-minute or we close with the 15-minute, it should continue going down to fill the previous daily wick. And once we fill the previous daily wick, I believe there's going to be a huge push down, potentially to 156.68. It's already pushing down pretty heavy. Could have taken it right here, but like I said, it's a 5-minute plus it's a strong rejection on the 1 hour. It's just a little hard. I might be looking into taking here on the 15-minute, just because of the fact that no other 15-minute has really closed um, below this level right here. So let's look at the 15-minute. Obviously, we're on the 15-minute. We have about, uh, couple seconds, yeah, 24 seconds until the 15-minute candle comes over here. Let's come over here, switch, take profit. Overall, take profit is going to be right here. Let's see where this next 15-minute takes us. Yeah, we'll use the 10 line. Why not? It's a little bit risky. So we'll use half risk. All right, 15-minute candle opened. Now we are going to wait and see what happens. All right, I feel like if we do start to break below, it won't move as fast as gold does, but it will definitely give us a pretty good move. I wanted to make a pretty nice healthy wick first before continuing down, but if it doesn't, then that's fine too. That is fine with me too. Breaking below these lows. Yeah. Okay. I am in. Let's see. We have a about 12 pip stop, and let's see how it goes. If it starts to flip bullish, I'm going to close half of my positions. Um, expecting price to continue further down. Let's see. Let's put this up over here. trade. Yeah, if it starts to close a little bit bullish or it starts to flip bullish, I would say, um, we're going to close half of our positions and then see what the rest has for us in store. Yeah, here we're only down 2 pips. It's fine. Usually aiming just for like a good, say maybe 10 pips, something like that. Okay. See, we're good on news, right? Yeah, we're good on news. Come down here. Yeah, 12 pip stop. It's not bad. Using half risk. Alright, coming to entry, breaking its low. Let's see what it does. It is a very patient game, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it just makes sense for it to continue going down. 4 hour breaking below all those lows, 1 hour breaking below all these lows. You know, it should continue going down to fill this wick right here, I would say. But if it doesn't do it in this 15-minute, you know, we'll just wait. But like I said, if it starts to flip bullish or starts to break its own high, we are going to close half for sure. This is about 4 to 5 pips. 4 to 5 pips. Alright, we're coming into some nice little profit here. I'm just expecting it to go down. Let's look right here just to see if I didn't notice anything. Where is this at? Is it at 157 exactly? Yeah, if we hit it at 157 exactly, it's a good 9 pips. So I'm gonna note that down. You know, come right here. 157.00 exactly. Probably take partials around that area, just in case, because this is a whole number. Yeah, this is we're kind of with the daily wick kind of rejected. All right, so see now we're coming back into entry, just kind of playing around a little bit. As I said, we're only uh, closing half if it starts to uh, go bullish. But as of right now, we're just gonna let it run, be a little patient with it, let it have its little tantrums, I guess you could say, and just wait for it. Honestly, man, gold doing nothing. Oh yeah, just waiting for this. We'll see. We have 10 minutes for NYSE. This thing looks looking like it's rejected, and we might have to wait for the. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with this, so maybe let's see. Keep our losses small. We're gonna. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna close half here. So as you guys can see, we're gonna close half, just because it broke the low and it's not continuing going down. I mean, if it continues going down to our level, we have a possibility of making 1,500 bucks. We just reduced our risk, so 500 bucks. Um, it's just not going down as I thought it would with the volume. So maybe we're gonna wait for the 30-minute. Right now we're running at a 5 lot. So as you guys can see, I came right here, took a $70 loss, the 5 lot. Just waiting for price to continue going down. If this, let's see, I mean, honestly, I just didn't feel comfortable, but it should continue going down. Maybe with this next NYSE, uh, should continue going down. Yeah, see how the 5 minute is playing out. 5 minute, kind of. All right, we gotta see how this 5 minute is gonna play out. Right, see if price is going to continue to follow this candle trend right here on the 5 minute. If so, then there's a good indication. Yeah, there we go. There's a good indication that we can continue into further down. We just have to see, let's look at all time frames. and see what makes sense for us. Really, that's just it is what it is, right? But if we look on the 4 hour, right, how we were speaking about this 4 hour resistance right here used to be resistance. See how it just totally disrespected it, right? It totally disrespected it, right? Let's delete this. Let's put our all right. Look, totally disrespected that level. Now it's gonna continue going down, like I said, to wick fill this and possibly continue going down all the way down to uh, this resistance down here, which is 157.7. It's just a waiting game. Currently up 1 pip. Currently up 1 pip. Probably gonna take some partials once it hits 157. Probably 80%. You know, partial. Oh my god. Oh, let's fix this. Oh, here we go. It's breaking its lows. 2 pips, 3 pips. Here we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So as you guys can see, this 5 minute candle is respecting and continuing with the candle trend. Right. Yeah, it's gonna jump back and forth. That's just it is what it is. But we're gonna give you an update 9:30, see what's gonna happen then. And yeah. All right. Let's see. NYSE is about to come in. Yes, I cut my losses short. Probably shouldn't have, honestly, but we're gonna see what this 9:30 a.m. candle is gonna do, and then we'll go over this minor loss that I took here. It was almost what $340 loss. Yeah, it's nothing. Almost $400. I don't know. Let's see what this next 30-minute candle does. Right, almost filling that daily. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. Let's see what's gonna do, man. I really want just a very nice top weight. We also have to worry about 157 here. Um, see what's going on. That's breaking. No top wick. Wow. Okay. Daily has been filled. There goes GJ. If you would have taken this entry, it would have been 5 pips, 7 pips, 8 pips, 10 pips in literally 30, 40 seconds. Crazy. I'm kind of coming up to this rejection area here on the left hand side. Is that going to affect it? I don't know. I don't know. Wow. All right. Well, now that since that already happened, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, so let's explain this trade right here. So this trade, obviously you guys seen the entry was based on the 15-minute break in the previous low. Um, you know what I initially did, obviously it went down 6 pips in profit, I believe it was. Let's see, it's about 6 pips in profit from entry, like 2 or 3 pips in profit, and then it started to started to break its own high, and it starts to, even though my stop loss was right here, I probably could have, looking at it in hindsight, I probably could have just closed another half once it started to break its own high up here, right? I probably could have just closed another half and just let the rest run, because if I would have just let the rest run, I probably would have been running a 250 lot, for a good 17 pips, I guess, quick 17 pips. But I don't know, I just closed it all, so maybe that's something that I need to work on. But just looking at it from now, let's see, we have 277 plus 70. Are you serious? 277 plus 70. $347 loss for today. I'm done for the day. There's no more moves. I already broke the low. Gold wicking, and I have to start doing a bunch of other stuff now that don't involve trading. So I think I'm done for the day. You know, lesson of the day was basically, probably could should have just closed another half and just left that. Partials continue rolling down, and maybe I would have lost a little less than 300. But overall, we are down $937 on the account, which in essence, if you see it if you do the calculations of a $200,000 account, just to show you guys, 200,000 times 1% is 2,000, right? Almost $1,000. So what is, you know, $1,000 is half of 2,000. So I'm only down 0.5% on the account, which is nothing. As you guys can see, I do have my losses very, very small. So when my wins start to come in, those wins surpass all of these losses, right? Because obviously, I will hold those wins to TP or to a certain level, and then take partials or take the whole entire position and then just let it run in. But see how GJ is just playing around in this level. It's a very tricky level to go into. So I feel like there's no more positions for the day. If there are, then it is what it is. Um, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, so we'll see what Friday has to give us. Um, if you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment if you have any questions. Follow my Instagram on those trades, and let me know if you guys have like this concept. I think I like this concept better due to the fact that I'm able to live, show you my thoughts live and show you exactly what's happening live instead of just, coming on here and explaining in the hindsight and all that good stuff. Anyways, like I said, I'll see you guys later.